If you're a man, you don't cry about it. You take life, the ups and downs. If you're a real man, you never go down, you just stay up. That's why this sport coat costs $800 and that costs $200. And I don't know what that costs, I'd be ashamed to wear it. That's why I'm wearing lizard shoes and a Rolex watch.
Importing it, snorting it, any competition extorting it, anything I want affording it, got enough crack to get four to hit, turn a saint to a sinner, lose to a winner, whether old school or upbeat, getting my shit's the best, Rick's the best, have your heart beating right out your chest, that Ric Flair like, woo! That Ric Flair like, woo! This is all I do, I got that Ric Flair like, woo! Woo! Styling, profiling, that Ricky make a girl go, woo! Big cause.
Nice.
You reached Goblin Ogre.
I wasn't sure if you're going to hear that as a cue to say it. You seem like you paused for a second. Almost retarded.
That's what I heard for a split second, but I know it's recorded.
Yeah. No, I meant more Lee, because Lee is our startup guy. He has our catchphrase. I think Lee, did you cut your hair?
Yeah, I buzzed it all off Britney style.
You got a psychotic breakdown?
I mean, I think every day I'm on the brink of one. No, but the other day I was just pulling on the side of my hair.
Yeah.
And I was just, I can't take this anymore. So I just shaved the side. You know when we recorded with
like Skin Diamond?
I just shaved the side so it looked like a terrible long puffy mushroom cut. And I was wearing a hat when I saw you, but that day I buzzed it around. It looked stupid.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then I came back home and just buzzed the rest off.
Wait, I'm trying to understand. Are you saying you had like a half mullet, like one side shaved?
Like the side was shaved off because I kept pulling on it. I kept grabbing it.
Yeah.
And then I was sick of doing that, so I shaved it.
You were twirling your hair like a girl. You're like, oh no.
Biting my lip, thinking about boys. Yeah.
How much you shaved? Doesn't look that shaved.
It's the whole thing. It's just like the highest.
Okay.
Kind of like you.
Number 2.
We're both at number 2.
Number 2 with no shaved.
Actually,
not shaved. Yeah. I get buzzed. Yeah.
Lee, you look very soccer player-ish now. like young. Like a young soccer player.
I guess I had hockey hair before.
Yeah, although some soccer players have that long hair, but just something about you now looks like you play soccer.
Yeah. You got that soccer ball like hairdo that I want to kick off your neck.
I should just paint black hexagons. How's it going, Jared?
It's going. Going. Things are well, man. I did a tour last week in British Columbia. I'm home now. I'm doing some shows, getting ready, getting things in order.
How's British Columbia? I hear very crackheady.
Vancouver is very crackheady.
Yeah.
Vancouver is very crackheady, left-heady. British Columbia's it depends where you go. Like some areas can be good, but some areas can be like old school white people, you know?
Oh, like white trash white people? You mean old school white people?
Very like
Oshawa.
Very Oshawa.
Yeah. Yeah, that.
Like, I like those type of people.
You like a white trash meth head?
Like white trash people are more accepting of like material than fucking like immigrants. Like ESL people.
That's because they make them with their sex.
Like they're more accepting of people with this.
So the nicest homeless people are always white. Though it's always the white ones. It's always the foreigners that are like really crazy.
Right?
Like, especially there's this Filipino one that dressed like a woman on Blur. and he
Uh
was always constantly yelling at everyone and everything. I had to act like tough around him, but I was actually afraid.
huh. You're there. You're mean mugging. You're
I'm
trying to.
trying to mean mug, yeah,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
yeah, just let my mustache do the talking,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
nothing. I was afraid of
Also,
the I was afraid of this drag queen, dude.
yeah.
It was
Also,
horrifying.
a
Yeah,
lot
no,
of
I
my
agree.
fans are like very like out there, you know. So
Oh, you're a fan? Well, is that because they're like, yeah,
what
they're
are Tony's, right?
yeah, Kill Tony fans. Yeah, yeah. I'm
No, I
I
love it.
I the fans of Kill Tony. I think it's a fickle bunch because I was thinking about this recently. Is there's certain people who got big on Kill Tony and the fans liked them for a bit, and then but like there's like a limit or something like that, or maybe if they don't have the material to back them up, like that fan, and then they turn on them like that David Lucas guy. They turned on that guy. Lee, do you know that guy?
He's a black dude, right?
Yeah,
Big black
fat
guy.
guy. He did a lot of roasting on Kill
Yeah,
Tony.
yeah, I've seen him around. There's Kill Tony like alumni or recurring guests are kind of like carnival freaks, like where they'll keep parading them out until the crowd no longer wants anything to do with them.
Yeah,
It's kind of like it's fine. It works because it gets you noticed. It's a popular show, but it
yeah,
is
yeah,
kind
yeah.
of like, hey, look at this guy who does this. And
I love
then
Tony,
it
right? I love
eventually all fizzles out. Of
yeah.
course you do. You should.
I love
You owe
Tony
that man everything.
for them. But yeah, it's well, man. Comedy is a fucking fickle bitch, right?
Yeah.
Like comedy, that's the industry, right? People are with you 1 second and then the next second. That's why you have to constantly like reinvent yourself, you know? Like constantly.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You have to think of a
I guess
change.
it's I guess it's like the nature of like what opportunity is in comedy. You always have to kind of like be scratching other people's back, reinventing yourself, staying relevant. There's a lot of like you have to adjust. You can't
Yeah,
always just stay the same, I guess.
it's a
And
lot of
but you
work.
always have to
Yeah,
suck ass for some reason, like kiss up to people.
comedy's a lot more than just telling jokes.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. We always talk about this. There's the business side of comedy. You have to think of like comedy as like look, you just want to be a fucking funny guy or whatever, but you have to think of okay, well, it's like I'm selling a product and my product is Daniel Sanker for me, but you still have to go out there like promote it, shop it, all that kind of stuff because it's a product that I'm selling.
Yeah, you could be flying off the shelves, or you could be that dusty one, that dusty product in a bodega that
Yeah.
hasn't seen the light of day
Yeah. Yeah,
Nobody,
that's the
yeah,
in
dust.
12 years.
God,
A Rice Krispie treat that's just got that that's
Yeah,
that's how I feel a bodega Rice Krispie treat.
an ancient Twinkie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Fucking hard cream on the inside. Yeah, that's me.
Oh,
I
yeah,
think I think Jared, what you're lucky with is that also, oddly enough, because you don't live in Austin,
right.
I mean, not, not if you move to Austin, I hope great things for you. But because you don't live in there, your Kill
Yeah,
Tony appearances are like a once in a while. It puts you up there, you do your shit, and then you're gone for a while. Whereas I think sometimes they just keep going back to these same guys, and then eventually the
oversaturation.
crowd
Yeah,
well, yeah, it's
oversaturation.
overexposure.
we're
Yeah,
just doing
over.
like
I mean, yeah, you have to disappear every once in a while.
right.
You can't just keep it being in people's fucking faces
No,
constantly.
man.
It's sickening to see anybody in your face all the
Right.
fucking time. It's
That's the
like
lead.
just
That's the lead business of comedy. You have to
disappear for a
disappear.
while, yeah, and
Ew.
then come back. Yeah. That's how people appreciate that type of relevance. You're
Yeah,
not always in their face. You're there every once in a while,
yeah,
you know?
yeah. And like people who only know me from Kill Tony, they're very surprised to come to see me live, you know?
Oh, okay, because they're expecting whatever you do. Because you only get like Kill Tony, you get like a minute or 2 minutes.
Yeah, maybe a minute.
That's crazy for you.
Minute five if you're
If you're like, yeah, you're one
if
of
you
his
like me.
guys.
Yeah, you keep
Oh, okay.
minute five, but
Okay, but when you first went, because you know you're only getting a minute, did you ever get in your head of like, what if this thing I can't control happens, which is I stutter a lot more than usual and I can barely get a joke out? Were you worried about, because it's just a minute.
not my first time. Not my first time. The other times, yes.
The other time, okay, the first time you didn't care, you're just like,
The
let me
first
just do it.
there, man. The first time it was just I knew that a chance would happen.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So that I had a chance. I told I didn't know for sure it would happen,
Oh.
but I knew there was a chance my name was going to get pulled.
Mhm.
And from that chance, whatever, I kept going for it. I kept saying it was going to happen. I was ready, and then I just got on stage and I just did my thing without even really thinking. So the other times, yeah, there have been times where I'm like, oh, I won't be able to get this out. I won't be able to get this out. I have
Yeah.
to change this to get that out, And like, man, there have been times like Tony where I fucking started like a motherfucking idiot the whole time. And I
Oh,
rude a punchline or something.
that's what I'm thinking because it's not
And
like,
it wasn't perfect, but man, it happens.
no, no, true. I'm just thinking like if you have 5 minutes, even if
Yeah.
you stutter, eventually it's gonna fucking stop. It's gonna stop and your stutter will go away and you'll finish the joke. But a minute is like that's the time is counting every time you stutter.
That'd be great if, like, after the cat meows, his next joke is just stuttering, like for a whole minute. Can't even get it out. Just for a full minute. I
Yeah.
think the crowd would love that.
Yeah.
Next time, use your last minute just to stutter through anything.
You know, I've done it.
By the way, Jer, are you lying down gingerly and cute right now?
I am lying down.
Yeah,
I like lying down, man.
I'm picturing, you know, when you lie down on your stomach and your 2 feet are behind you and they kick like this? This is
What am
what
I, a
I'm
hot
picturing.
chick?
Yeah, yes.
We're seeing Jared's OnlyFans right now. Just an inside peek.
Hello.
This is exactly what if Jared had an OnlyFans.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah. Tell him to come upstairs.
who is
Bye, 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 bye.
is his mom?
Uber package. Okay, cool.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, man, I'm fucking hot chick. Hello, let me suck your cock. No, yeah, man, I'm more comfortable lying down.
Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. It was just I found it adorable. I I started noticing how comfy you are.
You know, um,
I want to
the
know what's in the package.
how do you want me to sit, bitch? Okay,
No, you can sit. You can lie down. You can lie down. That's okay.
How you were was perfect.
all right,
Yeah, it
man.
was.
Yeah,
Hugging the
no,
pillow.
That's
like, man, I have to go with the punches.
you have to
You
roll with the
know
punches. Yeah, yeah,
how
yeah.
the thing take me, like in the joke. So like, obviously they're gonna expose everything. And
Yeah,
Tony
yeah.
things exposed.
How's Austin, by the way? You've been to Austin, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Austin.
as a city, because I hear that's also little homeless and crackheady too.
It's a little bit of Hamilton, a little bit of Calgary, a little bit of Winnipeg. All mixed into three.
You haven't named one good town. Those are all shit towns.
I'm
No,
waiting for
like
the good.
Austin.
Yeah, I know. Where do you mix in like a little bit of New York, a little bit of
A little bit of LA. Like now with LA with the comedy and everything.
yeah, 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 because of the people who are
The
coming.
people LA. I don't know, man. It's It's a
It's made up of
hippie
shitty
town.
places.
It's
The
a
hippie, like the hippie, the hippie town. You know, the hippie.
Yeah, I
It's
heard
a very
that.
confused city. You know, half the people are conservative, and half the people are like
Super liberal.
liberal, blue air people. You know.
That's interesting because yeah, I heard that Austin is like that, like there's a lot of hippies and stuff, which is funny because it's like Texas, and you have this image of Texas in your head as like the cowboy hat, and the guy goes, "Ah," and they're not going to take my guns and all that kind of stuff. And then Austin is turning into this like other like secondary LA because LA is expensive and is on fire.
Right.
You're gonna
And like
blame Joe Rogan for it eventually.
hard. I only know a few people I met who are actually from Austin. You know,
Yeah, like comics, you mean?
comics, people in general.
That's always a weird thing when you like hang out in the city and the only people you know aren't actually from that city.
Right.
That happened a lot in comedy, even in Toronto.
Yeah.
Like there'd be comics and I talk to them and I realize they like live here. And what happens to these people is they go live in a neighborhood, and that's the only thing they know about Toronto because they've never been outside. Like it's a huge city, so they don't
Right.
know anything else. They're just like, oh, Toronto's like really this or something like that. Oh, Toronto's really Greek, but it's just because you live on the fucking Danforth.
Right. It's not that Greek anymore.
No, the Danforth is turning very uh Spanish and Mexican. If you go to the
Oh,
Danforth,
yeah.
there's a lot of taco spots.
Why were you pointing that way? Like,
Oh,
is
for
that where
me,
I am?
yeah, that's where
Like
you
on
are
your
for me.
screen?
Yeah, on
Oh,
my
okay.
screen, you're this way.
But no, but yeah. Yeah, like people are surprised. Like the first time I went to Texas, like Austin, I was so surprised, like coming from Toronto. Like I saw no face mask and everything
Yeah.
at first, and then every time I came back, I saw more and more
That was during COVID?
during COVID.
During COVID, yeah. Because some people are
Is there
still
anything over
all in.
there? Is there anything over there that you saw more of, like over there, than you see in Toronto?
Has to be
Like
Mexicans.
No, I
just
see
Mexicans?
No,
more.
that's what I'm
Oh
assuming.
man, right now, every day I see somebody in a fucking face mask.
Hmm.
In Toronto, in Austin,
And yeah, in Toronto.
in Toronto. Yeah,
Toronto, more and more.
you think so? You think it's a
Yeah, like
regrowing?
almost
Yeah,
every
I'm
like
I'm
subway
noticing it.
operator,
I'm seeing
like
guys
a
in
lot of people
stores.
now are wearing face masks. Like a lot of people are now.
Yeah.
Like not even a proper N95s. Like
Just the
It's
cloth, whatever
been
the cloth mask.
the one you
They
do the
told
it's
you
little.
been it's
that's
been imprinted
not
in some
effective.
people's psyches, man. They can't go without it. It's almost like you start wearing a little scarf, like
Yeah.
a little silky scarf. Now you wear that for the
Now you're
rest
a
of your life.
sexy person all the time.
Yeah, exactly.
Huh?
That's what they're doing with the fucking mask. They got used to it. They like it. They like the way it looks, how it covers half their horrible
Well, I
faces.
assume I assume it's a safety blanket type of thing. Like
Yeah,
once you had it, you're like, I can't let this thing go.
Security,
yeah.
you know. So I'm like, Austin is like a wonderland, you know.
I is there cotton candy? What is
No, like Austin is like wonderland. It's like
um
it's like
Jared's eating
a
his
lot of people
mattress.
are there. It's like Hollywood. Like
Yeah.
Austin, Hollywood.
there
So
has to be Texans who fucking hate that. Like they used to
Of
like live
course.
in
yeah,
Austin or go to Austin.
They,
you know,
Even the
complain all
you,
the time.
Joe
if,
Rogan's fault.
yeah, even if
Complain,
he's
man.
beloved by like some right wings or whatever, I'm sure they hate Joe Rogan. Because
Yeah,
even Joe
Have
Rogan
to.
is a bit of an LA douche to them. He must be.
Yes.
right.
And I like him. That's not me insulting him, but like,
No, man. I heard that from Uber drivers and other
Oh,
people
really?
that they hate like how Austin is becoming. Like Austin is like how LA like people drop everything to go to LA to be famous. I know people that drop everything to go to Austin
Yeah.
just so they can be on Cotoni and be famous.
I
And Joe Rogan and
What
you
about
know
you? No move to the US?
it's in the. I'm working on it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah,
I'm
yeah.
working on it. I think that in the mail things are being processed.
Process.
People things are being processed as as we speak. You know,
Where are you trying to live?
I just want to work.
They're not going to be a comedian. He's just going to be a dock worker.
Do comedy and tour. You
He's
know,
gonna,
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
but
gonna just go there to greet people at Walmart.
where I want to live, I don't know. I
Shit.
love Austin from like October to about May, and then
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
fucking hot as fuck. But I love LA. I don't know. I would just love to. I would just love to be able to just work and tour all over.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But you
And
have to
stay
have a base. So you're thinking your base is LA or Austin?
Austin, LA. I would spend time in Toronto, Canada.
Well, yeah, yeah. I assume you would come back, and especially that's the real move is you go to the US, you become more famous, and then you come back and work here, and everyone fucking kisses your ass like you and pretends like you weren't around before, and they didn't give a shit about you before. But you come back famous, and now they're like, "Oh my God, Jared, you got to do our show."
Kissing, ass kissing
Yes.
is one of the most mind fucks, the most like un unloyal, like like you're gonna kiss my ass. Like here's the thing, if you're good on fire, everybody wants to talk to you. If you're
Yeah,
not on fire, nobody wants to talk to you.
that's true. Let me
It's
ask you a question.
disgusting behavior. Yeah.
Yeah. You have like somewhat fame fans. I know for a fact because I at least booked you on one show and you had a few people just come out just on the strength of your name.
Yeah,
You don't have to name names, but just say yes or no and expand on this is have you ever noticed someone who didn't give a fuck about you and you got your like, growing fame or whatever and
Uh,
now they talk to you like your friends?
100%.
100%? How did you notice? What did you think when you first
that
noticed
means
it?
there's way
That
more than one person.
Yeah, there's more than
That's
oh,
way
there's
more.
always more than one person.
100%. And just the opposite. There were people that were friends of me before, and then afterwards, they didn't want to talk to me.
Uh, Jealousy?
Or the people that were very nice to my face, and then I had other people come to me and told me they were talking shit, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So, but yeah, man, there's always people like that, and like you just have to just man, you just have to just take everything with a grain of salt, you know.
What is your tactic if somebody goes to you and is like all friendly with you now, but wasn't before? Do you just accept it? You're like, yeah, hey, or do you ignore that? Like, are you a dick to them because you're like, I'm not gonna play this game? Like, what is
Yeah, like
your
to me, right? if you come up to me and say, "Oh, I heard you doing this. I heard you doing that," and I say, "From who?" Right?
Mhm.
If they say, "Don't throw me under the bus like that," I know they're not genuine. You know?
So who they're telling on, if you know that person is a real one, then you just don't trust them.
Right? If people just like tell me, "Oh, they say things," is I was saying things. Like a lot of people to say, "Oh, like I heard you doing this. I heard you doing that." I'm like, "From who?" You know? I think that I'm trying to have a conversation.
Yeah, yeah.
But they get all like hissy, you know?
What's a,
Especially comics, because a lot of comics are very insecure and can't communicate.
what's something that you heard said about you behind your back? Again, you don't have to say who said it, but that they like a trashing. What was a trashing you were hearing behind your
That I only
back?
know Tony because I'm special.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, I get that. Yeah, yeah. I've never heard. Well, I
You
haven't heard
no,
that, but
you have. Be honest.
no, no, no. I haven't. Yeah, yeah. But people
Sanker,
don't
you
talk
did.
to me.
Sanker, you did hear that. I told you. I was the one going around saying all
Many
that.
people. I won't say a name,
No,
so
no.
fucking sad right now. Um, I won't say a name right now, but there's this producer who, who's a so-called comic
Uh-huh.
with a shaved head that fucking screams into the fucking microphone.
I guess, but I won't say it out loud either because I could be wrong. But yes, you heard them saying that about you. I'm not saying when I heard you say that, I'm like, I believe people would say that. No one said that to me, but that could just be a chance. Like no one said it to me because they just didn't say it to me, but they said it to me
And it's
to
always
somebody else.
like thing. There's always like people who every time they see me, they bring up with the special and retard thing like before I do and stuff. And like, oh man, I'm a comic man. I wouldn't be chosen if I wasn't funny.
That is correct. You know why? I have a proof positive, and I love this man. I love this man, but I don't know. Do either of you know Akshay Sharma?
Chicken shawarma.
Chicken shawarma.
I love
Akshay.
her.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
So
yes.
Akshay was, if you don't know him or whatever, I used to go to the Groove Bar open mic every Thursday, especially when I first started comedy. And there was this guy, Akshay, very nice guy. He doesn't have a stutter. He has Tourette's, right?
Right.
So he goes up there, and while he's doing his jokes, he'll like, "Meh, meh," do all the, Tourettesy
Yeah,
things or whatever.
yeah,
And in if you had that argument, you would think Akshay, he's gonna make it big too because he's got like a very visible disability, right?
right.
He's his material is not. He stinks.
You
I love
need
him.
jokes,
I
man.
love him.
You need jokes.
You need jokes. So by that argument, if by their argument, Akshay would be famous, but he never grew because he's a strange man.
Yeah.
You need jokes, man. You need jokes. And like every time I go to like an open mic or something, there's always people in the audience. No, there's always comics that always bring up my name on stage. I love it, man. It's comics that always bring my name on stage.
Yeah.
And every comic that says my name It picks me up without telling a joke, I know something. They have no material. They suck.
Oh, if they bring up your name, but
if they bring up my name and my stutter and shit, if it depends. I know when they're doing it out of love, right?
yeah.
So like, if they're doing it and just like saying things that are like not nice about it and shit, without the love, if I don't know you and you do it, man, if you're on stage, do your material, do your jokes.
I get what you mean.
About you.
Yeah.
Don't put other people's names in your mouth on your set. If you're a good comic.
But that's the problem.
Shitty comic with no confidence, and you just want to prove the point, say my name. But if you take comedy seriously, man, do you up there, man. Don't focus on anybody else on stage but yourself.
I know, but you know what the truth is? I agree with you, but it's so tempting when you're bombing to go off script and shit on somebody else to win over the crowd. I've seen it so many times. Like if the you know who gets it the most is the fucking MC. If the MC is just mediocre and then you get on stage, your first couple jokes aren't working well, shit on the MC, roll back around.
Man,
it's tempting.
Yeah. I think that's fair game. I think shitting on the MC is fair game. You know why? Because the MC doesn't have to be the funniest guy of the fucking night. The guy's there to do the shit job.
Yeah,
he has to keep the going.
The
so
tempo.
if he's doing a crappy job and somebody says it to him, hey, you suck, he still has the ability to go back on stage.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
If you trash a comic that's on the same show as you, you know, they only get to go up once.
Oh.
Right. I love comics also. When they're like doing jokes, they would tell the audience it's a good joke. You should laugh.
Oh yeah.
You should laugh. Man,
this
if it's a joke,
shut up.
I would be laughing.
If you want to see me commit suicide, it's if this sentence ever comes out of my mouth after one of my jokes bombs. I don't. You guys just don't get it. That usually kills. If I ever say that, I'll realize it, and you'll watch me off stage, fucking Harry carry my stomach.
I was on the show.
Slice open your gut.
I heard it about 5 times.
You what?
I heard it
5 times in one show.
We show last night. I heard it like 5 times.
Is that 5 times 5 different comics, or one person just kept going back to it?
A couple comics.
A couple comics.
2 comics, like. But the thing also is, man, if I don't get a laugh at a joke, I'm gonna say something like okay, or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm ready then to offset it. And that might get a joke. No, that might get ha ha, you know?
I just think I have sympathy for it, even though I agree with everything you say, because when you're bombing, it feels like you're fucking out in the ocean and you forgot how to swim and you're just like,
oh yeah,
you're just reaching for shit. Yeah. So if you see a piece of wood out there, a plank, and that plank is let me trash the person before me, I'm gonna fucking grab that plank, hold it real tight.
Right. That's one option.
That's all I'm saying. It's sympathy. I know it's not what you're supposed to do. It's the wrong move.
Sympathy. So that's sympathy. Like, I'm just trying to be a professional on stage, you know?
Yeah.
like, yeah, have I had my moment and made fun of the opener before me because he was totally shit? Yes, I have. Is that right? Is that professional?
Yeah.
No.
Well,
Yeah, but it's gonna happen again. You know
It's
that,
gonna
right?
happen again.
You-
That's why I try to have
It
good openers.
always happens again at some point.
Yeah, but I try to not have it happen again because
yeah.
I want to have good openers. Like I try to surround myself with good openers.
You know what? You speak to another reason for the temptation because have only been speaking of, hey, when I'm bombing, it's hard to not go and shit on somebody. But what the other temptation is, even if I'm not bombing, if the person before you was
Oh,
so monumentally bad, it's hard to not bring it up because you need to get
Well,
past it.
especially if they affected the show. Like if they
yeah.
fucking made
That's
it
what I'm saying.
harder, then that should be fair game. And like if I ruin the show and I'm getting off stage, I should already like prepare myself. All right, somebody's got has to talk about this,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
because I fucked it all up.
Right.
So I think it's fair game if you do that. I mean, you can't get too mad at the guy who's now like trying to make the show better. Yeah, because now you're going to be the butt of the joke, but you deserve to be, because we're trying to get it back. So, you have to accept your fate as looking like the asshole for at least just that one show. It
100%.
sucks though if you try to do that and you try to get in their faces. Hey man, what the fuck was that about? It's like, shut up, dude. You ruined everything.
Yeah.
I was trying to at least save the evening for myself. And, I don't give a fuck really about the audience, but I was just saving it for myself.
Yeah. Well,
I know you don't.
Yeah.
you
Oh,
know
I want
what?
everyone to have a good time. Fuck you.
It's 50% about yourself.
Yeah.
No, like maybe more than that. You gotta do the material for yourself, right? You gotta do the
Well, you have to
jokes
show you believe in
yourself
what you think is funny.
that
You
you think
know
is
what I mean?
funny. But
Yeah.
also, you want the audience to have emotions.
It's like you
I
sell
want to take the
the
audience
concept.
on a fucking
You know?
roller coaster. I
Mm.
love looking at an audience member's face and seeing them happy at a joke. Seeing them like, what the fuck? Like, I love the oh shit. I love the Jesus Christ, man. I love when the audience says Jesus Christ. Cause like
Ah, yes.
Because
that's way
You're only a
they're
fan
better
of
like,
than fucking
Christian
laugh.
audiences. I get you. Wink, wink. Protestant only. I'm with you.
Like that's
no, but
way better.
it's after Jared's jokes that the audience goes, oh, thank God he made it through that. They're relieved.
Come on, baby. No, but like
They're
Shalom,
happy because
baby.
they're
I love
Oh,
I love reactions. I want reactions. Comedy's all
no.
about
Yeah,
reaction.
I know what you mean. My favorite reaction is like when somebody wants to not laugh, but they're laughing, but they
Yeah,
yeah,
don't
yeah.
want to laugh at
yeah,
that. That's my favorite. Like, yeah, when you get somebody to laugh really hard, that's cool.
man.
But when you could see like what Jared's talking about, people's faces in the audience, my favorite is I don't want to laugh at this, but I'm trying not to laugh at this. That's my favorite
If the
because they're
whole audience
fucking assholes.
likes you, man, the whole audience
They
loves
should just laugh. Mm.
the whole audience loves you, you're not doing your job right.
Yeah,
Like
I've
I
heard
said,
that
it's hard to please
before.
everybody. It's hard to please everybody. Even
If,
you ever go see a comic that you like and they suck? They have sometimes people have fucking just
Yeah,
bad nights.
I
It's just like
I'm a huge fan of Lee Fernandez, but once in
yeah,
a while,
it could go off the rails.
when he goes on stage and says, dang it,
Yeah, I mean, going on stage anyways in the first place, you're taking like a risk as far as like probably humiliating yourself. Everybody could like you 1 second, then you tell one fucking joke like that
oh,
guy who what's that the good looking one that all the girls liked, and then he had a Netflix thing where he did like
oh, yeah,
one minute he's everywhere, and the next minute he says one fucking thing. and
Yeah.
you don't hear about them like you used to. So yeah, I mean, I think the best thing you could do is just tell the material you want to tell because you believe in the
Yeah.
joke. You think it's funny. You're not pandering, but that's going to also mean that you're going to piss some people off. If I think cancer is funny and I think I have a great fucking cancer joke,
Man,
I'm probably going to say it and lose a couple of people who used to like me before. But it's kind
I
of,
hate right.
what am I
I
going to do?
hate right, and I love having haters
Yeah, you should.
because I know I'm doing something right. If someone's hating me, I know I'm doing something right.
I think the suggestion is usually that if somebody hates you, then the people who love you, that love is deeper and stronger and more
Right,
genuine.
right.
Whereas the guy Lee is discussing, I think his problem was like he didn't have a strong
Who are
like
you talking about?
base of fans who
Toronto
like
guy?
no, it's I'm trying to remember. He's a fucking like to women beautiful American comic. He did a lot of crowd work, and he I think it was a retard joke. I can't remember what joke it
Oh,
was.
I will ruin you. And retard joke always pisses people off.
Yeah.
It
That's a pretty
does.
good one.
Like, if what I do retard jokes, it doesn't
Yeah.
always.
Oh, you think so? You don't think you get the pass all the time? Sometimes people still get offended.
Yeah, well, man. Sometimes it's like as soon as I say retard, there's a silence, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then I have to like go into it, you know?
I think retard is a bit of a word that if you speed past it, people don't notice it, but it's when you isolate it.
Right.
Like if you're just like in your set, you're like, yeah, and this fucking retarded guy is like, talking to me or whatever. If you say it quick, people just they don't think about it. But if you go,
Oh,
but he was a retard, the second you
well,
isolate that, they go, oh.
yeah, because
Also,
retarded, it almost yeah, it gets sneaking through. But when you
Yeah.
say retard, like
yeah.
it's the tard part that hits hard.
It's the
And,
tard.
and also, people
Hard, it's hard.
comics use retard in the wrong context, right?
What's the right context?
If you're stupid, you stupid is not retarded.
Is not yeah.
I'm a
I
lot
don't know. I think an argument could be made. How stupid are we talking? Where it's like retarded is like where it's a challenge, like mentally like where somebody's like you could see has difficulties with things, but they're still smart enough, intelligent enough. That's one thing, but really, stupid. At what point does being that dumb become like it's a mental condition?
There is one
Like it's that stupid.
It's a
who
good question.
boomer. Sorry, keep going.
No. Go ahead. It's just a good question.
What's the question?
Well, he was like, what is the I guess it really you're speaking to what is the scientific definition to separate like when someone is just dumb because they apply none of their intelligence to life, or are they like mentally they have some sort of a disability? How do it's like the midget versus short person thing. When does a
Right.
short person become a midget?
I'm a midget. Yeah. What is
You
a
know?
stupid person? Yeah.
When does a stupid person become retarded and a retarded person just become a stupid person?
Just becomes
Like
stupid. Yeah.
what define I'm sure the science community has like a
What's the scale? Yeah.
has I'm sure they have like a test or something to like tell if someone is mentally disabled.
Do you like to short breath as a kid? Like, were you diagnosed? Would you like?
Well, here's the funny thing. I've always heard this short bus joke, right? But in my school,
You want
there was like depending on I've been to a couple elementary schools or whatever, there was only short buses.
right?
There was no long bus. And then another school had long buses, but it really depended how many people were on your like there was no like, oh, this is the short bus for the special kids.
They put me in a special kids class,
I'm sure they
and
did.
all it was the bullies. It was like the
Yeah.
female smoker mean chicks and the and the bullies. And we were in one group. It wasn't a learning deficiency. It was just these guys are assholes.
It's
Put
just
them
so
in one room.
the moral deficiency class.
Right?
I had that.
I'm stupid. I meet a lot of people. There's a lot of stupid people up there.
There's a few in this Zoom chat.
But like, the thing is, like, I don't know, man. I am, yeah, it's.
What do you notice, Jared, are the fans that you have? Do they have like a is there a prototype? Like is there sort of like a constant like, oh, I noticed these types of
Yeah,
people
what's your
are
demo?
my fans. Like let's say there's a lot of Chinese people, is coming up to you like, oh my God, he's
Oh,
such a Nathan. Like do you notice like a demographic?
All types, man. They're all types. A lot of hard-working individuals.
Hmm.
A
I
lot of
wouldn't say Chinese, probably Mongol.
a lot of
Mongolians.
thank you. Come on, I have fans of all sizes, man. Everything. But a lot of degenerates, which I love.
That's how,
Degenerates.
it's an underrated thing. Like, I know if Jared has haters, they're gonna be like, "Oh, his stutter thing is his thing" or whatever. But
Sure,
if
sure.
you listen to Jared off stage and sometimes on stage, the underrated part of Jared is he's also a pervert.
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck pervert.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah. I
pervert.
like Jared's massage parlor stories.
Yes, that's exactly what
Those
we
are
were in the
great.
corner once,
Yeah.
and he was telling me about like some of the stuff he was into, and not there's nothing like really gross, but just he's very sex focused in his mind, and I was like,
Yeah.
oh fuck, I never talked to Jared. He's a pervert like me, like he's a fucking degenerate.
I'm a degenerate. I'm okay with it, right? Like,
Yeah, that's
I
probably
like
my
both
favorite detail of
Tony,
Jared too. Yeah.
Yeah,
and I love it. I
you just
love people. Like my fans are rowdy. The rowdy people, the they're good people, man. They love
Jared likes to party.
they
I,
love the party, man. Every show I'm at least a couple people. I never have to find drugs. Let's say that.
Mm.
okay, so I met two of Jared's fans because back when I was doing this like weekly show in Brampton, and the bar like canceled the show. Jared was supposed to be on, but we sent out messages, everything, but two people still showed up anyway because they didn't get the memo or whatever that the show was canceled. So I talked to them, I bought them drinks, whatever. And while I was talking to them, I remember thinking that it was a man and his wife, and
Yeah,
he seemed like a nice guy. Not a problem, but he was clearly the type of guy that gets too drunk and his wife drives him home.
yeah.
Like
Oh, okay. Yeah.
definitely that. Like he embarrasses his wife a lot. Doesn't cheat on her, doesn't hit her, but embarrasses
Sure.
her. That
Yeah,
was Jared's fan.
yeah.
So he gets loud after a few drinks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Okay. There's nothing wrong with that guy.
And
He
it's
likes to
But
like,
have
you're that
fun.
guy.
man,
Of course you think there's nothing wrong with that guy.
I
what?
am that guy.
On my shows, because my people fucking drink and spend money, right?
Oh,
So, like, places love when I
Yeah.
come because
I've
my friends are going to drink.
I've heard of this before with other comics. That's like if you want like some success to your career as well, of course you do all the like self promotion, asking to be on the right shows, be funny, all that stuff. But another like extra bump you can get is if you're the guy that at your shows people drink and spend money, clubs
Yeah,
Yeah.
go, we need to have that guy back. Apparently
yeah,
that's
Yeah.
like whether you'd like his comedy or not, Bert Kreischer, one of his like building blocks was when
Yeah.
he's there because he's the fucking party guy, people show up
Yeah.
and they drink because that's his
Because they
demo. Drinkers.
they have substance abuse issues.
Yes. And that's the
Yep.
best comedy
They
demographic.
spend money. Yeah.
is addicts.
That's the funniest thing is like you think you're spending money as you start drinking. It's when after you're drunk is when you spend the most money.
Yeah,
Because then
yeah,
you
yeah.
want to buy people drinks, you want to drink more yourself, you want to get blow, you want to do all kinds of shit. After you cross that threshold of now I'm officially drunk is when
Yeah.
you start to lose funds. Yeah,
Oh,
man.
I spent so much money Friday night because I got drunk, and then I just like every time somebody at the table was like, "Oh, we need another round," I'd be like, "I got it," and I'm
Yeah.
going there.
That's why I don't drink.
You don't drink.
Well,
Well, like you have a beer or whatever, but you don't
yeah,
drink.
beer, a couple beers.
Yeah, yeah.
But I don't drink because, like, I'm that guy that was buying people drinks and spending money.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And also, I'm not a good drunk. I want to fight everybody.
Yeah. And I can't
I
imagine you.
think Jared loses all sense of humor when he's
I'm
hammered.
not
Probably if you try to
I'm
tease
not,
him a little bit, and he just starts swinging.
I, you see me
It's fair.
I think you see me drunk once.
I think I've
I,
seen you drunk once.
yeah, I know a couple of guys like that. That as soon as they start drinking, they get like violent. I'm
I
not
get
like that particularly, which is a good thing because I like to drink a lot. So I don't get violent really. I mean, I'm not against the idea, but
I,
I just want to have a good time.
Lee came up to me. I was at a fucking Toronto Maple Leaf baseball game, minding my own business, standing around,
Yeah.
and Lee just came up to me and fucking like choked me or something, or tried to break me down out of fucking nowhere, and I think I fucking swung at you. I think I took a swing, right?
Maybe I don't know.
That's so
I
funny
don't
because this
remember.
fucking idiot just finished saying like, when I drink, it's not like I fight or I'm violent or anything like that. And then Jared is sitting there listening to this fucking piece of shit. He
I love
choked
Lee,
me once.
love Lee, man.
I was just being playful.
Yeah, I was back. Is this live?
Is this
Um,
live?
I
No, no,
apologize.
no.
I
No,
All
apologize.
up, man. All up.
yeah, yeah.
I think I vaguely remember that now. Anyways, I was excited to see Jared, I guess. I wouldn't do that to just some guy. I'll see Jared like, oh, I want to
Yeah,
play
yeah.
fight.
No,
What do you
that'd be really gay.
influencers
Yeah, I know.
doing comedy?
Influence.
Yeah.
So that the guy he mentioned is kind of that. I don't know. I'm split on it because it's like
Any
one,
Toronto influencer
yeah.
comedy,
How do you feel about it?
if you're funny, go ahead. But like, if you're not,
Hmm.
I
good. Like, do you get your followers? But if the audience boos you on Kill Tony, it kind of proves that you're not a comic.
Yeah. I
it's
mean,
a
how long before you think somebody it dawns on them that they're not funny? Like, at what point do they stop
what?
blaming the
Never.
fucking audience? Yeah, you know what I
Never.
mean? Like, somebody never fully, I think, comes to terms
It's
with, hey,
still 12
I'm
years
not funny.
they're
It's
No,
a
funny.
delusion.
never.
Yeah.
There's
Hmm.
never. Never. Not
Yeah.
I don't feel like I have one evidence of anyone who comes to the conclusion that they're not funny and they'll never be funny. I've never seen
Right.
it.
It never sinks in.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Think about people you think suck and not people who are somewhat like successful, but like low level guys that in your head you think this guy has always sucked, this girl has always sucked. Do you whenever I've heard that someone quit, it was never because they weren't funny. It was because, oh, I got a girlfriend. Oh, I they never said I just wasn't funny. I've never heard that
Oh,
once.
yeah.
But then they got that whole humor is subjective shit.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, you don't think he's funny, but I think you know what I mean? So they'll always hide behind that. They'll be like, oh, no, you don't think I'm not funny. Like, but you're right. I don't think maybe
And
that's part of the reason why it
the
never dawns on
opposite
people.
is there's really funny comics who just stop doing comedy.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you're like,
Oh,
oh, why did you stop? I enjoyed watching you. Like, I want to see more of you.
Is there anyone you think of?
What?
Is there anyone you think of in your head that like doesn't do comedy anymore and you think why? That's a funny fucking person.
In Toronto, there was a comic, Hanif.
Hanif. Okay. I don't think I know them, but anyway.
He did comedy like a couple years ago.
Yeah, yeah,
He was always fucking hilarious, man. I was
yeah.
always happy to see him do comedy. He was always like intriguing and engaging, and I loved it. And then all of a sudden, he just stopped doing comedy.
I'm blanking on, you know who I think of a lot is because he came in before a wave of other shitty brown comics. But what the fuck was his name? You remember? He used to come on. He was a brown guy pre-pandemic, and he would come on stage and he would go like, "Joke one," and then he would do the joke, and then
I would
joke.
say, "What's my name?" You
Yes.
goddamn right. He said he got that from Breaking Bad. I think
Yeah.
Who was
Yeah.
that
it
guy?
was an R.
Uh,
Um,
fuck. Yeah, Ian Fergus was close with him and stuff. Oh fuck,
So
I
many,
forget his name.
so
But
many
Jared, do you remember
comics
him?
before COVID that stopped. And you're like,
Rahil
where are you?
Sheikh.
Huh?
Rahil Sheikh. Rahil Sheikh was
Rahil
fucking
Sheikh was funny.
What
Yeah,
hilarious.
happened?
I
yeah.
I
He
remember him
vanished.
like he went back to he not to stay, but he went back to India like on a trip or something like that. And then when he came back, I heard he was back, but he just wasn't doing comedy or he did it like once or something. So I don't know, maybe it's the girlfriend thing, maybe it's I don't know, but I don't see him no more. And there's so many brown comics that came after him and they have no idea how fucking hilarious he was
Yeah.
when there was also zero brown comics. When I saw him, there was like, you know, a bunch of halfies like me and the other like three Guyanese guys.
Man, the brown comic is just a comic. Who's
Oh
brown?
yeah, but I'm half brown, so I get to say fuck them.
You know, if I see too many Latino comedians like
Yeah.
everywhere, I'd be like, "Fuck, there's too many of us."
Yeah.
Like, just it's just saturating like everything, and then I don't know. It's unfair because it's even unfair to themselves because they go like, "Oh, everyone's gonna assume that we're the same."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it just too
Man,
many of the same thing just makes it
Although
not
I
interesting
have
and
to be
kind of makes.
honest,
I
I think I
don't
was
know why.
shocked at first by how many brown comics there were, and then the more I got to know them, most of them I like them. You know, they're
good.
good. It's just it was a lot
They
all of a
they
sudden.
came out during the pandemic, I believe,
Yeah,
right?
there
Yeah,
was a
but
pandemic
also,
Punjabi push.
if
Yeah.
you're on a show and hear the comics with the same material about like being made fun of because
Yeah.
they brought smelly food to school or something, like their lunches,
Yeah.
like at one point, that's all I heard from like immigrant comics, you know?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, but I think that's a good point to point out. It's less lack of diversity in like where the comic is from or whatever that's a problem, but fucking material. If there's a lack of
Yeah,
diversity of material, that's the fucking worst.
if you're on a show and hear a comic say the same type of material, even if it's like a special needs comic,
Yeah.
if I hear a special needs comic before me touch on the same thing, I'm not going to try. Going to try not to touch on it.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to do
Right.
other things, and maybe at the end of my set, touch on it.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm supposed to, and maybe I guess I am because you're agreeing with me, but I've been up on stage before, and then right before I went on, in my head I was gonna do like food, humor, like fat guy jokes, and then they put up a fat comic in front of me, and he did fat jokes. Most of the time, I fucking divert and do something else because I'm like, it's not that we have the same jokes, but it's like he talked about being fat the whole 5 minutes. Why would they want to hear me do that right after?
Right, right, and like I'm not the only thing that's funny about you, right? I'm not the only thing that's
Oh,
funny in
I'm a
your life.
pervert too.
Only perspective you have, right? I'm not all special needs. I'm not all like
No.
disability. I'm not all like, you know. I have a lot of like sexual material. I
I
have a lot
know.
of conspiracy material. I have a lot of material about drugs. I have a lot of material about my family. I have a lot of material about like some material about being Jewish and shit. You know, it's all like it's all about like variety. You know.
Yes, or that material you have about even though you're Jewish, Jesus Christ is your Lord and Savior. I heard you tell, yeah, several hours of material on that. Jesus Christ
Hey,
being.
Jesus, my homeboy, man.
I
I love me some Jesus.
got a question. If God was to be like, I'm gonna fucking I can't get rid of your disability, but I can swap it for another. What disability are you going with? What is the easiest to manage, but technically a disability? Like you got deaf, blind, full autism, which I doubt you would want. Um, fuck, I don't know what
Man,
else is.
It's an off take.
Yeah.
With off take. Are they a joke? Immigrants, man.
what?
He's saying being an immigrant is a disability.
Yeah, man.
He chooses being an immigrant.
That's a disability.
That's rough.
Sorry. No, I'm joking.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I always thought that immigrants are also disabled people.
Just because of the things they endure,
Yes.
and they don't speak the language all the time.
They have the same lip. I walk somewhere and people instantly judge me. They instantly have an image in their head of who I am.
Hmm.
How do you
Would you
guys?
rather be
You
would you rather
walk
be a
in,
disabled
who you are,
immigrant or
like
a woman?
what I look like. So we're the same. What?
Would you rather be a disabled immigrant or a woman? A fully functioning regular woman.
Women also
What
just
would you rather be?
no, but
Yeah, I picked the disabled immigrant too.
let's say no, but like, to be serious,
Yeah,
I'm happy with who I am. I mean, honestly, if I was like, I think autistic people are the next level.
yeah. I,
I don't need like autistic, like fucking like. I need like autistic, like fucking serious on Instagram.
oh, like yeah, like Rain Man or whatever.
Like serious, like man, like anybody with autism, like truly autism. What the fucking? I took a fucking test on BuzzFeed.
Yeah.
Now I'm autistic. Not those kind of people.
Oh, yeah, yeah. The
Like
high functioning, low on the spectrum autism. Like,
I mean, like low functioning people with autism.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
They're fucking next level, man.
Which people with disabilities?
All right. Like they're next level spirits, man. Like they're not on this planet. They're next level.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, no, no. Yeah, oh, they're definitely, who's the number one doing the best with their disability right now? And it's a new thing that's getting really popular on like Instagram and whatever, is hot girls with Down syndrome. So
Yeah, but
like you
you
see
got
their face, but they're like at the gym
gotta
and
be
working out.
careful. It's AI.
You said a lot
Dude,
of it is AI?
What is
those
AI?
comments, man.
What is
Oh,
AI, man? Be
I was
careful.
AI tricked?
Be careful. I went down that rabbit hole too.
Oh, I'm
I
so
jacked off
fucking
the too.
mad. It's AI?
I believe so. Some of them,
Oh,
some of them,
fuck.
some of
Did
them.
AI give you a new fetish?
Yes. Yo, you know what AI it's trying to give me a fetish is also if I check my IG, there's hot old women. So like it's I figured out it was AI. It's like it's they got gray hair and
Yeah,
wrinkles, but
yeah.
she's
Mhm.
like massive,
But
beautiful.
they're still.
Look up
Holy shit, dude.
Showtime
AI is destroying
Warner.
the planet.
She's hot
Who?
and she's huge. Showtime Warner.
Yeah.
I think that's her name.
No, Showtime Warner is like a TV company, isn't it?
No, that's Warner Channel, whatever.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
damn, there's down syndrome like gymnast. But man, AI wants to. I think they're sexualizing disability. That's why,
Yeah.
which I'm okay with it.
Of course you
It was
are. Fucking Jared wants to be
turning
sexualized.
to a certain level. You know,
Yeah, like you're
I'm a,
getting to a limit. Yeah.
I'm a sexual human. I can't change that.
Well, I will. I'm gonna start sexualizing you. From now
Me
on,
too.
if you pass me by, I'm gonna check out that booty a little bit. Just see what's.
Yeah. Eh.
No, but like,
That was just a taste. Mm.
you know, no, but like, I don't know, man. Are we allowed? Are people with disabilities allowed to be sexual?
Yeah.
Like, I got in trouble. I used to work at a social group, right?
Yeah.
And they had this client who always liked to jerk off in the washroom.
Good man.
And I told him, Dennis, what are you doing? Get up and wash your hands.
Why wash your hands is good advice.
Wash your hands is a good advice. Always wash your hands. But like,
Oh, and you got in trouble for
uh,
not saying like stop, like you just said.
Dennis up.
You no, but is that why you got in trouble? Is because you didn't like tell the person to
I
stop?
didn't say stop. Because I didn't say that was wrong. Because I didn't say that was wrong.
It's not wrong though.
No.
There's nothing more right.
Right. But it's so taboo, right? And also is it was in a Jewish organization too, and in the Jewish religion, jacking off
Oh,
is is
right, right.
not seen right because you raise 16. So that's two levels.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
got in trouble on two levels, right?
Yeah, you're murdering them kids. Yeah, I get it. Throw them on the fucking toilet floor.
No, like,
And don't the Jews run the porn industry and you're not allowed to jack off?
but
That kind of.
Is that your new conspiracy? Is they run?
Yeah.
I think French Canadians. There's a lot of French Canadians in
That
porn.
run the porno industry. I saw
Yeah.
somewhere on Instagram that it's mostly Jewish people who run it.
Ah, that I don't know.
I don't know.
Hopefully not then, because that would be a silly rule they have then.
Because I seen a lot of like people in the disability community saying that like sexuality is wrong or whatever.
Uh-huh. Oh,
That
really?
two people can show affection to the other person.
Oh, that's weird. There's a lot of celibacy in the
That's what they think. That's what they want to happen.
that's
Well, man, if you ever go to a social program, I once had a female staff member,
yeah.
which I was laughing. Dude, like, how come all these guys are fucking hurt?
Yeah.
Like a female staff
She
member,
noticed.
she noticed
Yeah, yeah.
that all these guys were hurt. Yeah, man. People with disabilities are hornier than other people, you know?
Trying to
Like,
fuck. Yeah. I
you
get
can't
it.
express it, right? And, like, that goes the other way, too. 'Cause, like, if you can't express it, you might do things that are, like, wrong, you know?
Well, at least keep it private.
Yeah.
You
I
know what I
assume
mean?
there's a lot of.
I don't even like seeing people kiss in public.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
No,
It
man.
makes me
I
look.
had, like, normal people
Hmm.
see two people with special needs make you out and say, "Oh, that's wrong or that's disgusting."
Yeah, I'm like that. I look at that and I go like, ugh. Even though I've done it, I do it in public too. But
Yeah.
I don't mind if somebody looked at me and go like, ew, that's fine. Yeah,
Right.
because there is something I like. I don't care about me receiving the hatred, but I understand it because when I see that shit too, it's certain affections make me uncomfortable. Just witnessing it in
I just
public.
get mad because it's like, don't do that and then get mad at me because I'm rubbing my dick. You know?
Yeah, this is your
Right.
You're the one.
fault.
You're
You
kissing in
started
public.
this.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my thing.
Fucking horse.
Right. No, but like it's the whole thing, you know.
Hmm.
All right, sexy man Jared. We're at the end of our podcast. Anything you want to throw up before we go?
Besides those panties.
No, no, just check me on Jared Nathan Comedy. I'm gonna film a special soon, and
Oh, sick.
like I'm doing things. Um, yeah.
Check them out on the Epstein list.
Hey, the Epstein Island is inclusive, man. Fucking Epstein Island. So Epstein
Stay
Island
off the island. You're right.
He's
is
kind of right. That's the weird
It
thing.
is exclusive.
Yeah.
exclusive, But no, just thank you for having me, man. Just everybody, just come and see me. Come check me out.
Yeah, you're on it. Worst case, if you're in Toronto, you're on at the corner a lot. You're always on that end of the month Tuesday show, right?
Yeah, that's my show.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm a featured James Cummings, the host.
Yeah,
Uh,
there you go. So worst case scenario, check out Jared Nathan Comedy on Instagram.
on
Check out James Cummings and the corner.
yes,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be
And
Tony eventually again. Eventually. I can't whatever. But
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
come see me. Come see me on the street. You know? Say hi.
Yes. Visit pervert extraordinaire Jared Nathan on the street.
Yeah.
All right, thanks. Thanks for being on, Jared.
Thanks,
Later.
later.
Right, later.